Good morning, all. I want to touch on a sensitive subject. I want to touch on a sensitive subject. Black magic or mental health. Now, I had a gentleman called me up last week, and he actually called me from Bob's Tubber, so I thought we went to order Bob's Tubber. But he asked, is this Bobby Kasanga? I'm like, yeah. And he said, oh, I follow your YouTube channel and I find it very inspiring. I'm like, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for taking time to call me. But he's like, I want to talk to you about something. And I was like, I can't get ready to do deliveries. I'm like, I can talk to you for a good 5 minutes if that's possible. And he turned around and said, no, I need a bit longer. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna call you in 5 minutes. So I told my sister, hang on, don't pack the delivery, let me chat to this brother. I spoke to him. I don't get into too much details of what he said. What the whole thing was about was that he keeps hearing voices of people antagonizing him, and these voices sound like family members that are getting onto him, and he wanted to know, I guess, what jail was like, because if he does a madness, he knows that's where he's gonna end up. And I told him, don't do nothing silly. I tried to make him look at all the positive that he's got, but he said these voices keep taunting him. I'm like, is there no way he can suppress these voices? And the voices are like people that he knows them as family. And funnily enough, I got a situation, a family member like this as well, sometimes, where he goes in and out of hospital because of the same sort of situation. And he says sort of similar things, he hears voices and so on. And I was trying to tell this guy, like, have you tried to go into the hospital? Have you spoken to anyone? He turned around and told me that, nah, he hasn't, because he doesn't feel like in his everyday life, he's got good capacity about him. He goes to work, he does what he's doing, but the only thing is he keeps hearing these voices, and these voices, they're going to destroy him, they're going to bring him down. So I compared it back to my own family member, and I was like, it's got lots of similarities. And obviously he was diagnosed with a condition, my family member. So, like I said, this guy was adamant that this is what is the case with him. He's saying he doesn't know what to do, he feels like he's going to do a madness. And he's very much in belief that someone's done judge on him. So I'm looking at, I know we watch films and stuff like that, and you'll see things that people will make you think, oh, nah, this thing's not true, man. There's no such thing as black magic. We're talking about some people don't believe in God per se as well, right? Oh, there's no such thing as black magic, man. It's a lie, man. And if you do believe in God, you say, oh, what do you call it? Black magic can't work over me and so on, because I'm a believer of God. I want to know you guys' opinions on black magic and judge per se. One, I know people practice it. Two, do you believe it works? And three, do you think, or it could be just a case of mental health where something is, someone's brain is affecting them to make them think such a way? Because do anyone else really the truth? Because if someone's hearing voices, they must be hearing those voices. You see all the time where someone goes and does a madness because of the voices are telling them to go and do it. So is it mental health, or are there really voices that are out there, or spirits, whatever it is? And I want to flip it as well at the same time, in terms of faith and religion, right? Africans, I guess we were spiritualists. So before the white man came and gave us Christianity, we believed in ancestors and so on. And that was our sort of faith in regards to, you believe that you died and then your ancestors will look after you and in the afterlife and so on. And I guess obviously through slavery, black people and was widespread to start believing in Christianity. So do you believe also, another question, that our spirituality and our sort of faiths, and that were the correct ones that we had, and this was Christianity was forced upon us. And the same with I guess Islam, because the Arabs also enslaved Africans back in the day, and they I guess passed on Islam, for example. So like for me, I always say, like, believe in whatever faith you want to believe in. Practice the beliefs of your faith, because every faith teaches good. Every faith is good natured. And the reason why I know this as well is that I was in HMP Ford. I remember I was in HMP Ford, and there was a board on the wall in the education department. It had a list of all the religions, all the major religions, and it had like all their similarities. So be it Hinduism, Buddhist, Judaism, Rastafarian, I think Maoism, Sikhism, Christianity, Islam, all of them had the same belief system of do good, give to charity, don't tell lies, don't kill, don't steal, be honorable, don't lie, just be a good person. Every single religion taught that. Every single religion said the same thing. So my thing when it comes to religion is that if all these religions are saying the same thing, what are the difference in them? And the difference comes down to territory, where these religions were originated. It also comes down to the traditional cultures of those people in that area. Because every religion teaching the same thing, but then some religion, I guess, have got the one God. Some religions got the many gods. Some religions have sort of the, like for example, they all got their significant sort of prophet, or so Christianity got Christ, Islam's got Muhammad, Hinduism got Krishna, Sikh got their own, I think, Guru Nanak, I think, forgive me if I got that wrong. So everyone's got, and they all teach well. So when it comes to religion, I say go and practice what religion you want to practice and believe in your faith. I'm not here to change anyone's faith. I'm here to encourage people to be good people. But in terms of Africans, right, we had our own belief system back in the day. So there's some things where I say, when people say, oh, Juju is not bad or black magic is not bad, it's the way Christianity has, when a white person made you think, no, what you guys do is wrong. You have to follow us. So black people had their own faith system, and through Christianity and through, I guess, propaganda of sorts, they were taught that your religions were bad. Same way they're taught that your names are bad. You will not be Kunta Kunte no more. Your name will be Toby. So in the same way, our faiths and religions were kicked out of us for a different what do you call it, for the beliefing system of the West. And going back to this guy now, I was saying that he's saying he's hearing these things. So I'm not sure what that is. Is that black magic, or is that something completely different, or is there someone who's put a curse on him? Because not just in religion, it's not just in black magic that people put curse, or in Africa people put curse. If you look at the Bible, many curses were given to people. Many people performed magic and so on. So into this guy, then, what would you advise? What would you advise for him to seek help for him to seek help in the hospitals? Because my issue with that is well, that sometimes in the hospitals they start drugging you up, and then you become reliant on that drug, and when you don't take that drug, you deteriorate again. So sometimes, for me, like, mental health hospitals is hard to go to sometimes, and it's hard to what do you call it, see someone that you know. And it's happened to many people in the hood as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys know many people in the hood who were well and how their condition deteriorated. And sometimes it goes through because of the smoking of cannabis as well. Now all the cannabis actively like, oh, shut up, Bobby. I'm not saying it's cannabis' fault. But I'm saying sometimes some kind of forms of cannabis are too strong and they affect people. So we have to be mindful all the time, because we're not all built to do everything everyone else is doing, or to smoke weed, or to smoke whatever it is, and it leads to all forms of different difficulties. But I just want to put that there and say 3 questions basically, or 4 questions. 1, is there a thing as black magic that someone can curse you and try to affect your life, that in a way that it really works, yeah. 2, or is that condition, I guess, mental health, yeah. 3, not black magic, but is African religion, our historic religions, was that the way we were supposed to, and was other religions forced upon us? And what are your views on people who, I guess, who practice in magic and practice in spiritual? I guess there's two different things. Black magic is one thing, and being spiritual is another thing as well. Because being spiritual doesn't mean you have to practice black magic. Being spiritual could just be you just having a faith and a belief system in some sort of connection with the universe in whichever way you have. A bit different subject, I guess, but I guess why it relates back to the hood is basically that, you know what, there's plenty of people in the hood where these sort of things affect them. But do let me know. And where it is as well, you also hear about people in the hood. Someone will say, and that's the thing as well, it's like no one can ever be successful without them trying to do black magic, or with them being part of the Illuminati and so on. It's like whenever someone works hard, like for me, I work extremely hard. People around me know me. I work extremely hard. We used to stand outside Tesco's with our yellow buckets, asking people to donate to our football club. And something I guess we can still do yearly on a fundraising basis. Like, guys, you ain't seen us for a while. We're gonna be here fundraising. But people will testify to see me there out on the roads with my bucket, saying, "Yo, support our local football team, donate." So I've worked extremely hard to get. So someone can turn around, "Nah, you're doing black magic," or, "Oh," you know what I'm saying? So it's very quick for people to what do you call it? When someone becomes successful, for us to throw that shade at them. And you hear it, people on road all the time. "Oh, my man's never been to jail because he busts his judge." Or, "My man's got this pendant. My man washes in some sort of water." And there's a phase, I guess there's a phase when people start to try to do that in their rap lyrics as well and say, "Oh, they do this, they do that, they're washing some sort of water," and so on. But how real do you guys think this thing is? Do you think there's people out there really who are avoiding jail because of this? Or do people do the protection one where they get shot and they can't get killed? Or like, for example, the Sneakball one, shout out Sneakball still, the Sneakball one when they said that he was running, and he done something mad and turned into a cat and jumped over a wall. So those sort of things there is like, do man really think these things are happening or do happen? Or is it just also hate? Because if someone's doing well, we're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna hate on them. Oh, my man's doing black magic, man. My man's doing voodoo. Oh, my man's part of the Illuminati." Like, see it sometimes like on Major Things page when someone's doing all right, people will message, "Oh yeah, nah, he's working with the Illuminati." Why can't he be a successful man? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring a different subject.